Hi, everyone. Kira here. I hope you're doing good. Good. Happy Sunday. Oh, it's 10:23 a.m. That is like my number. I see that number all the time. Usually it means something about collaboration, but anyway. So how's it going? Write in the comments. Tell me how you're doing. All right. We're going to tackle the biggest thing in Course in Miracles. And I don't need my book because I can screw this up all by myself. I don't need my book to make me not understand this any better. Um, so anyway, I hope you're doing good and you're having a good experience of this life, and you are moving through this time with ease and with grace. And so hopefully my reception will hold up here. If it does, great. If not, then I'll do this again sometime because this is the biggest subject to tackle. All right, so Only Love is Real. And write in the comments if you've ever read or been to a class for A Course in Miracles, or listened to, Mary Williamson, or, any of that kind of stuff, because it's a really good, well, that's textbook, right? Anyway, so Only Love is Real. And nothing unreal exists, right? That's kind of the follow-up of that first sentence there. Only love is real, and anything unreal doesn't exist. Okay, so only love is real. So what I want to do almost is answer any challenge or any problem or any experience with that statement. Only love is real. So if you think of every negative thought that you have, every concern you have, every worry you have, anything that comes up in your mind, and you follow it with only love is real, what do you think that does? It dismantles it. And it may not do it at first. It may take some time to do it, and you may have to practice it and that kind of thing. But ultimately, only love is real. So if I have a thought or feeling, oh, she doesn't like me, or, oh, I must have done that wrong, or, oh, I'm really screwing this thing up. And if you follow, I'm really screwing this thing up, with only love is real, you can let your shoulders relax. You can take a deep breath. You can be at ease. You can know that that's the truth, because there's something in us, even though if we want to object to it, even if yeah, I get that. Only love is real and nothing else, nothing unreal exists. I get it, blah. But if you really take a moment and feel the truth in only love is real, you can get a sense of it. Now, if we've had experiences where our whole life has taught us love is painful, or love is a sacrifice, or love is hurtful, or if I love someone and they don't love me, right? We get into that like pattern of belief, and we begin to attribute love with all of these qualities, when love is only one thing. Love is only unconditional. It's never unfelt, right? We're always feeling it. It's all of the layers that gets put on top of our experience that makes us begin to believe that love is the thing that we should be afraid of or concerned about. Because when I love someone and they don't love me in return, or when I love something or an experience or whatever it might be, or I'm experiencing a feeling of love, and that is reciprocated in a way that makes sense to me in my mind, then that love feels hurtful. But the truth is that it's the only thing that's real. So like I said, I can completely mess this up on my own. I don't need my book in front of me to do it. And I know that we can, with our minds, can poke holes in a million different aspects of this. And I know that I do. I love taking doctrine and going, boop, no, boop, no, boop. That doesn't apply to me. Boop, boop, boop. And so we can do that naturally as human beings because we're intelligent. We are connected to awareness. We judge the world around us. We experience the world around us. We gain evidence to prove ourselves right or not right. And so as we're moving through this life experience, what do we really want? Do I want to experience more peace of God or love or spirit or universe? Do I want to experience that more? Or do I want to experience the feeling of what love isn't for me, and how it's not showing up for me, and what it can't be for me because it means XYZ. Yes, love doesn't hurt me. My inability to see it or feel it is what hurts. Yes, 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 yes. And so, Susan, you have been such an instrumental teacher for me for this. It's so important. I've been reading, Todd brought to us A Course of Love, and just absolutely love it. I'm on the 3rd chapter because God, you have to digest this stuff, right? You are just, you have been so instrumental in this understanding for me. I just want you to know how important you are in my life in that regard, and in other ways too. But yes, my inability to see it or feel it is what hurts. I love that. It's not that it's not constantly there. It is always there. Only love is real. And Susan too, I was thinking about you this morning because one of the things that she did for me, you guys, is that I was doing an event. It was like my first kind of big event on my own. And every fear thought that I had that came up, she would say, I don't know what anything means or what anything's for, and we'll go into that later. But because it's a lot, it's a lot to unpack. But really, it's actually very simple, which is I'm giving everything the meaning it has, right? So I am making it good or bad in my own fear space. So, if fear is not love, love is the only thing that exists, then any fear thought you have is unreal. And if it's unreal, it doesn't exist, right? So everything we do in our life is can contribute either to our happiness or to our difficulty. And so we are allowed to make new choices at every step of the way. We can say, you know what? I don't think I like that choice anymore. I think I want to choose again. And I like that idea of choosing again and being okay with that. And, I've had people that project things onto me as, and believe me, I'm completely out of it. I get, I'm like, what did I do? Did I say something? And it's like a mind reading thing. But for me, and when we do this with people, we have to remember that person may not have any conscious idea of what's going on. And so when people overlay some belief on top of me, I get to choose to accept it, or I can choose to say, oh, well, only love is real. I don't know what that is for you, but that's not who I am. But I don't have to defend that either. And so it's kind of tricky because we don't want people to look at us in a bad light. We want people to see us and love us, and because we feel that, we're generally good people and want to do good things in this life. So when somebody overlays that for me, I'm like, oh, that's not what I'm doing. And I've done this with my husband, with Todd. I'll overlay a belief that I think that he's doing. And after you've been with someone for 15 years, you overlay your beliefs onto them because you go, well, that must be what they're doing or what they're thinking. They couldn't have grown that much in a year or 2 years or 15 years. And the truth is, absolutely they do. They grow. You grow. You develop. You pop out of these old ways of being. And when we overlay our beliefs onto someone, we're taking away their ability to change. In our minds, they can change all they want, but if we're not allowing them to change for us in our belief system, then we're taking away that ability to love them better. So as you're developing this in yourself and you're getting into this idea of only love is real, because honestly, it's the biggest one. It's the biggest one. Like, I'm going to tackle the biggest one and then we'll go down from here. Okay. It doesn't improve from this point going forward. Like, this is it. You got all of me right now. is that we say, okay, only love is real, and we just keep reminding ourselves of that. So any negativity, any painful thing, any hurtful thing, any wrong thing, any projection, anything like that that comes up, if you just remember this one statement, as much as you believe it or you don't believe it, it doesn't matter. Instead, you just go, okay, only love is real. So everything else is my own creation. And how interesting I'm creating that, and what is it that I need to learn in order to bring me back to love, a return to love, right? Which is Marianne Williamson's book. So, you know, let's just play with this idea this year. Only love is real. Only love is real. Say that thought in your head right now, that negative thought that you got, or you've had, or you've been rolling around in your conscious, or you haven't even considered yet. And let's place only love is real on top of that. And then let's say, okay, well, yeah, but, don't we all do that? Yeah, but that's not how the world's working. There are bad things happening. Yeah, but I see so-and-so have this experience, and they're hurting, and they're in pain, and I need to go rescue them. Or this is happening, and I'm just, it's like, hold on a minute. Only love is real. Nothing unreal exists. Only love is real. Nothing unreal exists. Only love is real. Nothing unreal exists. So having that level of repetitiveness of the truth, it will cause you to come back into balance in a way that helps you create a more peaceful experience. And that's really all we're after. It's just a little bit more of a peaceful experience. Everything outside of that is information, and we just go, okay, well, we got some stuff here. What do we want to do with it? Not, we've got some stuff here, and let me beat myself over the head with it. We've got some stuff here, let me dig a hole and bury myself in it. No, we got some stuff here. Okay, only love is real. Let's establish that. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening and for watching. I love you. Let's see. Susan says, yes, except that only love is real and the rest is easy peasy, lemon squeezy, mostly. So true. It's 100% on it. You got it, girl. Oh, my gosh. You have been a powerful teacher for me as well. Oh, thank you, Susan. You're so sweet. You are so sweet. It's just my reflection back to you. It really, really, really is. I've learned so much from you over the years that I could not quantify it if I tried. So thank you for being a part of my life. You are the reason why it's so easy to just say these things. And those of you who are watching and who are listening, and it's so important to appreciate, oh gosh, the teachers in our life that have had the courage to object to our ego, right? It's so important to acknowledge that, because even yourself, even when you yourself is objecting to your ego, oh God, that is such a huge one. I want to write it down so we can get into it more in depth later. That to object to your ego is to stand up for love. To object to your ego is to stand up for love. And I know that maybe seems or feels a little bit maybe negative in a way. I don't know, but it feels right to me right now. To stand up for love is to speak the truth. And the more you speak the truth, the more you bring into balance and wholeness and completion any difficulty and challenge that you have experienced thus far. So let's get into more of that later. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but later. And consider it. How are you going to stand up for love today? How are you going to stand up for what's real today? How are you going to stand up for truth today? How are you going to honor love today? I don't know. Maybe it's just saying no to things that that do not belong to you and are not right for you to involve yourself in, because they just simply don't exist. What an interesting idea. All right, gosh. Oh, yes, to object to your ego is to stand up for love. I love that. I love that too. I don't know where it came from. Yes. or thank you. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Mwah. I will be talking to you again soon.